Hi, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here and speaking. My name is Nathan. I'm also known as Grey Wolf or Wolf of Waves. I entered as like a participant investor in 2015. I had heard about Bitcoin before. Um, I had seen it online. I had tried to understand it. It didn't really make sense to me at the time when I was much younger. When I started working like a job and started earning money, it started to kind of make sense in 2015. So I just put away all the money I earned from my summer job, and I bought Bitcoin with that. At that point, I was just holding. So I wasn't looking at any insane gains. So I had a lot of time on my hands. I began researching other crypto projects. One that really caught my eye was this project called Waves. The ICO and the white paper, it all sounded like really perfect to me. So naturally, what did I do? I invested all my money into it, like any sane person. So while I was, sitting in this position, which wasn't terribly liquid when it launched, I was trying to find things to do with my time. So the first thing that really came to the forefront was, well, you could contribute to the network. And I was like, well, that sounds like a really cool idea. So I can contribute to the network, and that's a way to secure the investment in a way, right? If you have a hand in some of the contribution and the work, you feel like there's a little more certainty into what you're getting involved with. Fast forward from there, I felt like I wasn't able to make as much of a contribution as I had wanted or intended to. Sometime after that, I had found out that Turtle Network came into existence, and it was essentially just a community operated fork of Waves. I really resonated with that because when I had originally read that white paper in 2016, I was envisioning a very community oriented project where suggestions would be very well heard.
What is Turtle Network? Tell us a little bit about it.
Sure. So just for like a very brief overview, the Turtle Network is a one-to-one fork of the Waves platform project from 2016. One of the things that is a large standout element is that it's a community driven project. So nobody is paid. There are no salaries. Everybody contributes what they're able to contribute, and the network moves at the pace of everyone's contribution speed. It's open, it's fair. Anybody can come build on it, and it's also very flexible and resilient. So it's able to really support a lot of different use cases. It can also accommodate a lot of different innovations through collaboration or integration with other projects in the space.
So, with that in mind, what are the reasons that you and Turtle Network joined BPSAA?
Couple reasons that Turtle Network joined BPSAA. One of the largest ones was that it resonated with a lot of the core ethos of the project. BPSAA is about privacy, security, and adoption. And Turtle Network is about being open and willing to join hands with others. The second reason that the Turtle Network has joined the BPSAA, it wants to become an integral piece in a much larger machine. The Turtle Network doesn't believe in tribalism or maximalism, so the BPSAA was really the ideal home for Turtle Network to end up under.
BPSAA itself really consists of promoting three elements really steadily, and that is privacy, security, and adoption. Every project in BPSAA kind of has a unique take on these elements. Uh, which of these do you feel apply to Turtle Network, and can you talk a little bit about them?
From my standpoint, I feel that Turtle Network resonates most strongly with the adoption portion of the BPSAA. One of the key things that Turtle Network focuses on is partner integrations with other blockchains. And the strongest driving reason behind this is, that is the way that we show our ethos the strongest, is that, we really believe that we're an open network. And so we try to be open and accessible to not just the BPSA, but all projects that are interested. Um, the same way that, for example, Pirate Chain ensures that everyone who uses that network is secure and private.
So, why should people be paying attention to BPSAA and other organizations like it that are in the fight for security, adoption, and privacy? And why are these things important? And why should they be important for everybody?
I believe that, these things should be important to people because at the end of the day, they really align with what the core ethos of crypto was to begin with. Um, if we go back to kind of the earliest murmurings of Bitcoin reaching mainstream, people say things like, we need to bank the unbanked. That's probably my favorite because if you look around at the progress of banking the unbanked in the world, there's still a lot of people that don't have access to financial services or even identities. So I don't feel like that's been adequately accomplished. And so that really drives the importance of associations like the BPSAA because they're not focused on market cap. They're focused with their core ethos of, um, you know, bringing blockchain, privacy, security, and adoption to the masses. Furthermore, you know, speaking just for the BPSAA, one of the things that's kind of neat about it is if you look at the way that the projects integrate with each other, um, in a sense, you could see that they're building their own decentralized finance operating systems. And something to compare this to would be classic DeFi on Ethereum. So there you have a trustless environment, um, but you have a lot of hurdles, a lot of steps, a lot of the process you have to figure it out yourself. One of the goals that the BPSAA has in ushering adoption is that it needs to make all these softwares not just work with each other, but work easily so that it's accessible to everyone. And that really touches back on the, banking the unbanked or driving utility, driving innovation, driving developments, things that, actually matter.
I'm getting mad, like early 2000, like 10, 15 vibes from all this. This is cool.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, that's where my head is, like just from like a personal standpoint. Like I got into crypto and like my life paused, I guess. Like, I've held on to these ideas that like Satoshi dropped and so much has just changed. It's really, really wild.
Your work with Turtle Network has been talking a lot about adoption in our space and crypto adoption and how important that is. And you've also mentioned that the other topics about BPSAA and which it stands for are also really important to you. So can you tell us a little bit about security and privacy and like what those topics mean to you from Turtle Network's point of view?
So when referring to security in regards to the Turtle network, some of the most important elements that we see are that strong decentralization is a very positive thing. Um, it allows for new regimes to kind of exist that couldn't necessarily before.
Final question to throw at you is um, from your point of view and what you see going on and being involved in BPSAA and kind of being involved in the section of crypto that that is still like pushing for tech development and advancement and these like important topics as opposed to just shilling ridiculous NFTs and price action. Uh, what do you think's like coming like next for us as crypto, like in general, like for the whole sector? Like where are we headed? Like what's going on? Is it just NFT memes the whole way down from here, or it, is there hope for more?
There's absolutely hope for more. Just to comment on the NFT thing, every year you're gonna see something pop up in crypto that makes you feel the FOMO. Um, and it just so happens that this year NFTs really took off and kind of captured the spotlight. But in the past, most people would be familiar with similar marketing tactics to ICOs. And a lot of people took the short end of the stick buying into some ICOs and, that whole manic thing. What I'm most excited for is all of the projects who have been just building things, um, developing infrastructure, uh, innovating on top of traditional frameworks in such a way that it gives people more freedom to transact with their finances. So, you know, my favorite example, I guess, is really just the sum of all decentralized finance operations we're seeing kind of bloom up today. So, on Ethereum, you have platforms like Aave Lending, um, Compound Finance, and those are what I would call like level one DeFi apps, right? They're just protocols. And then you have version two, which is like Yearn Finance, which basically you can interact with it and it'll take your funds, put them into secured strategies, and the funds will earn interest without you doing anything. And so going further from that point, what we're going to see eventually is we're going to see operating systems bloom out of this, where people have a very uh, a very broad scope of things they want to accomplish. So they would want secure internet browsing. So that operating system would probably come with a DVPN. They would want secure currencies. So it would come with a zero knowledge based coin wallet. Um, you need secure file hosting. So it would also have a decentralized file hosting service baked right into it. And what is really special about that is you're going to have a lot of grassroots entities similar to like the Linux movement, creating all these different operating systems that are really driven towards utility and personal empowerment. And those are the things that excite me the most is when crypto can empower a group of people to do something that they couldn't before. Uh, and to me, that's really where the magic of the internet kind of lies, is in development, building infrastructure, and then making positive change in the world around you. In conclusion, if you're passionate about technology and you feel like you have good ideas or good suggestions, the best place for you is in open source projects. So if you want to have an impact, you want to go find communities and projects that are looking for open contribution. And one of the best ways you can find communities like that is by joining the BPSAA and finding out more through our Telegram channel.